The K-pop scene is back. After a long wait filled with hopes, prayers, and tears, two names that have always managed to make ARMY's heart flutter, BTS's Jungkook and Jimin, are finally set to make a big moment on the global stage. This time, the world spotlight is on one iconic city, New York. The city, which has become a symbol of big dreams, freedom, and the world stage, is now set to witness one of the most emotional comebacks in BTS history. News of Jungkook and Jimin's readiness to perform and undergo a big agenda in New York immediately spread quickly on social media. In a matter of minutes, keywords containing their names dominate global trending topics. Soldiers from different countries could not hold back emotions. There are those who scream with joy, those who are silent with emotion, and not a few who claim to cry just by imagining these two figures again standing on the world stage carrying the name BTS. For the ARMY, this moment is not just an ordinary comeback. It is a symbol of the long journey, patience, and boundless love between BTS and its fans. Jungkook and Jimin not only appear as idols, but as representations of hope that have been faithfully guarded by millions of people around the world. Since their debut, Jungkook and Jimin are known as two members who have tremendous emotional strength on stage. Jungkook, with his steady, energetic, yet still soft vocals, often referred to as the golden Maknae, is able to unite technique and feeling in one tonal pull, while Jimin, with his deep expressions and movements that are almost like living poetry, always manages to touch the deepest side of the audience's heart. When the two are on the same stage, the chemistry created is not just the result of years of practice, but a genuine emotional bond. That's why the news of this global comeback feels so personal to ARMY. Many felt as though they would again be embraced by Jungkook and Jimin's music and presence after a long period of waiting. New York itself is not a random city on BTS's journey. The city has witnessed various milestones in the group's history, from appearances at major events, iconic interviews, to moments that marked BTS as a global artist rather than just a K-pop phenomenon. Jungkook and Jimin's return to the city reaffirms their position as global stars whose influence transcends language and culture. ARMY also interpreted this moment as an emotional gift. On various platforms, fans shared personal stories about how BTS's songs, especially those performed by Jungkook and Jimin, accompanied their difficult times. Some claim to have survived the dark times of life thanks to Jungkook's voice. Others find courage and self-acceptance through the messages Jimin conveys through his music and performance. No wonder the news of this comeback immediately triggered a wave of Haru reactions. Many soldiers wrote that they cried not because they were sad, but because they were happy. It's nice to see my idol shine again. Happy because the struggle and patience finally paid off. And happy that the bond that feels so real between artists and fans is strengthened again. In terms of the music industry, Jungkook and Jimin's move is also seen as a strong signal that BTS remains the center of gravity of global K-pop. Although each member has their own journey and color, their presence on the world stage always brings a big impact. International media have begun to speculate about the scale of the comeback, whether it will involve a special appearance, a new music project, or a major collaboration that has been a rumor among fans. But behind all the speculation and the media spotlight, the essence of this moment remains the same: emotion. Jungkook and Jimin are known as artists who always perform with heart. They not only sing songs but convey stories, tastes, and life experiences. That's what makes each of their appearances feel authentic and touching. Many ARMY also highlighted Jungkook and Jimin's increasingly visible maturity. Over time, they developed not only as performers, but also as individuals. This global comeback in New York was seen as a new chapter, one in which Jungkook and Jimin performed with more mature confidence, a stronger artistic vision, and a deeper message. On the other hand, this moment is also a reminder of the power of BTS's fandom. ARMY again showed that they are not just spectators, but part of the journey. The outpouring of support from around the world felt like a surge of energy that propelled Jungkook and Jimin to step onto the global stage with their heads held high. Not a few fans hope that this moment in New York will be the beginning of a series of major BTS activities in the future. Although no official details have yet been fully revealed, the enthusiasm created is enough to prove that BTS's name, and in particular Jungkook and Jimin, still has tremendous appeal. In the end, Jungkook and Jimin's global comeback in New York isn't just about the music or the grand stage. It's about feelings, about the longing that was finally answered, about tears falling from happiness, and about the unspoken promise between BTS and ARMY that no matter what happens, they will continue to walk together. When the New York stage lights come on and these two figures step forward, the world will probably see a show. But for ARMY, it was a much bigger moment. A moment where love, loyalty, and dreams were finally reunited. The euphoria of welcoming Jungkook and Jimin in New York also feels different, because this moment comes after a long journey full of challenges. The global entertainment scene is undergoing major changes, and BTS is going through important phases that shape them into artists with a stronger depth of meaning. This comeback seems to be an affirmation that Jungkook and Jimin never really left. They were just preparing to come back with the best version of themselves. ARMYs in different parts of the world began to count the days. Many admitted that they reopened old archives, rewatched BTS's performances on the international stage, listened to old songs full of memories, and reread the lyrics that used to be a source of strength, all while waiting for the moment when Jungkook and Jimin greet the world again from one of the most influential cities in the music industry. What makes this comeback even more special is the aura of honesty that Jungkook and Jimin always carry. Both are known for never separating work from personal emotion. Every note, movement, and gaze on the stage always felt real. ARMY believes that their performance in New York will not be just a global formality, but a space to convey gratitude, longing, and bonds that have been built over the years. Not a few music observers assess that Jungkook and Jimin are now in the strongest phase of their careers. They are no longer just young idols with great popularity, but artists who understand very well what message they want to convey. The global comeback is believed to showcase their more mature side, both musically and emotionally, without losing BTS's signature identity. On social media, phrases like, "We're finally getting to this point," and "This wait paid off" keep popping up. Many soldiers feel that their journey with BTS is parallel to their personal lives. For this reason, seeing Jungkook and Jimin back on the world stage feels like celebrating a victory together. New York has become an important symbol. The city offers not only a grand stage, but also meanings about global dreams that were once considered impossible. From Seoul to New York, from trainees to world icons, Jungkook and Jimin's journey is proof that hard work, sincerity, and strong relationships with fans are capable of breaking through any boundaries. Ahead of the anticipated moment, one thing was certain. When Jungkook and Jimin finally stepped onto the stage in New York, cheers came not only from the show ring, but from millions of ARMY hearts around the world. Tears that fall are not a sign of weakness, but a form of love that has grown, survived, and is now back to find the light. This global comeback is not the end of a story, but rather the beginning of a new chapter. The scene where Jungkook and Jimin reunite the world through music, emotion, and the message that togetherness between BTS and ARMY will always be their greatest strength.